Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing is Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That is a big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Henry is going backwards here. They come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. Breaks through the contact. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Again, it's Barkley. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Following the punt return here, there was someone shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called. 2nd down, they go again with Henry.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 44 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Jackson. That is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Back to throw. Johnson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wallace. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result was the touchdown run by Justice Hill. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Pickett now on first down. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Albert Okwuegbunam. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have cut the lead back down to 2. Elliott on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. This is Hill on the draw play. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Johnson now to throw on 3rd down. Step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that guy looked open for a minute, but that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing to start the drive. Johnson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 27-yard attempt here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you... Well, we all missed football in the offseason, but apparently not everybody missed halftime. We skip right over it. We get back to the action. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They give it to Hill running right. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on 3rd down, Johnson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has some...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Well, a touch unconventional. I don't know that you usually gain yards on 1st down by a fake field goal, but they did gain yards, I guess. I don't know what else to say.
And the beauty of it...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass complete. Now race for the marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Field goal formation on 2nd down. I'm scratching my head over here, but it's hard for me to go all in on criticism because they did gain yards.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the... Is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 7. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Josh Johnson taking it in from the 20. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive, 4 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Pickett back to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Now Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Hill to try again. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill
ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. On the return, here's Hall.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
From the gun, here's Pickett. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
Pickett. Oh, that's Smith. A nice catch. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now Pickett.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
We have an injured player out there, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Kenny Pickett, who's in some pain after that one. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 8 yards out,
and the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that flag accepted.
starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here's 1st and 10.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here's 2nd down.
McKee. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This now a 3rd and 4.
And right side, they're going to go option here.
And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for